The life of Mahatma Gandhi is an open book of boundless knowledge and a road of personal awakening. Therefore, we refer to Gandhiji today, and after 150 years celebrate his birthday here in Belgrade, the capital of the Republic of Serbia, at the University of Belgrade Faculty of Philology, where students learn about him at the academic course Cultural History of India. There is one more reason why we have this solemn commemoration here. At the Faculty of Philology, there is a unique, specialized library of Indian culture. Let us go to the library now. We are now at the Library of Indian Culture. Among many books here, they are the ones based on life and work of Mahatma Gandhi. Why should we refer to Mahatma Gandhi 1.5 centuries after his birth? Simply because if we want to illuminate the present, we should go into the past, into mind, word, deed of Mahatma Gandhi. What Gandhiji taught us is that if we want to achieve liberty, we need to start from ourselves, searching the true inner self and reconciling it with the outer one. That is the secret of the balanced life. That is how peace is achieved. Following that line, Mahatma Gandhi is a paragon of uniting the three active principles of life: freedom, truth, and peace, all intertwined and leaning on each other. Gandhi teaches us the story of great India, the land of Satya and Ahimsa, the two pillars on whose strength it rests. Where did he find these notions? He must have found them in the verses that inspired him most and to which he stayed loyal all his life, in the verses of Bhagavad Gita, meaning the Song of God, a verse scripture which is a part of the Indian epic Mahabharata. Gandhi referred to Gita as his spiritual dictionary and guided all his actions accordingly. At one point of his life, when he was facing death due to his physical weakness, feeling that the end was near, he began to devote all his waking hours to listening to the Gita being read to him by the inmates of the Satyagraha ashram. Knowing the importance of these verses, he decided to translate Bhagavad Gita from Sanskrit to Gujarati, his native language, so that people could read it. Following the idea of Gandhiji, here in Serbia, we wanted to bring ancient India closer to our country. The best way to do so was to find a genuine book on India. Professor Aleksandar Petrović and I decided to translate into Serbian a travelogue by Serbian Prince Božidar Karađorđević, published in 1899 in French and English, and after more than a century present how a Serbian prince experienced India. This is the second book as a result of the project Serbian-Indian Relations in Culture Through History, led by Professor Aleksandar Petrović and organized by Matica Srpska, the oldest cultural institution in Serbia. Not coincidentally, the book will be published for Gandhiji's 150th birthday. Gandhiji started Sanskrit so as to be able to read and translate Bhagavad Gita. I started studying Sanskrit and 19th century Indian culture to enhance our translation. But doing so was not enough. Gandhiji said, "To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest." One had not only to learn and read, but to travel far to seek to understand the ancient wisdom. Therefore, like the Serbian prince who spent 7 months traveling across India in the 1897, I embarked on a journey to India 120 years after that and spent 6 months there, looking for what is still there from the time of the prince and Gandhiji, who lived approximately in the same period of time. When Gandhiji and his companions opened Satyagraha ashram in Ahmedabad in his native Gujarat, very soon they accepted an untouchable family to join them. That caused a plethora of problems and disturbances from the outside and turbulences in the ashram itself. But Gandhiji, as a Satyagrahi, remained loyal to truth and to means of its realization, ahimsa, even though these issues troubled him. A votary of truth is often obliged to grope in the dark, he used to say, teaching us that the principle of truth is above all, independent of all the outside authority or the inner struggle. When Serbian Prince Karađorđević, a royal European high intellectual and friend of men of letters, went to India, he visited hospitals with plague-torn people, bought an Indian traditional petticoat from a beggar woman that was wearing it, and learned crafts from Indian street craftsmen. Like Gandhiji always advised, he accepted and respected all equally, and all the time on his travel admired the delicate handwork of the local people. Mahatma Gandhi knew that every separation brings destruction, and he paid respect to all people, to all religions, and to all God's non-creation. To see the universal and all-pervading spirit of time and spirit of truth face to face, one must be able to love the meanest of creation as oneself, he wrote. He was well aware that India, as the most diverse country, cannot achieve balance should there be any segregation, but it must harmonize in its opposites. India is today the functioning democracy because of its fathers of the nation, largely due to Mahatma Gandhi's efforts and missions. Through his experience and experiments, we may now learn the story of Mahabharata, its crucial part of Bhagavad Gita, Indian glorious past and wisdom, and ethics as the core principle of life. Through the experience of Prince Božidar Karađorđević, we may better perceive the country that gave birth to Mahatma Gandhi, who, despite being considered a notable historical person, is much more than that. He is the liberation from history itself, teaching us that not history, but truth is the utmost guru we should look for and pay respect to in all our undertakings.